Hello everyone, Morris here, and today I want to just make a quick video to talk about the top meta teams and archetypes in Axie Infinity Origins Season 4, the Rare Era. So basically, today I made a blog post, basically just giving out the data on basically the top teams in Axie Infinity Origins at the moment, and specifically for people who have been away for a while and want to get back into it, and you kind of know what the meta is like. So I think the pie chart basically tells you everything, so I don't think I want to go through all the text and everything, but basically the gist of it is that if you just look at the top 100 players, uh, 60% of them are playing Topaz, so effectively more than half you encounter is Topaz team. Having said that, there are more than Topaz team. There are some aggros and some Jinx as well. So like aggro and Jinx are pretty good against Topaz in a way, or at least has an okay matchup, right? That's why they can survive in this meta and compete with Topaz. But Topaz is really still the top team, I would say, in terms of the power level. And we actually get a bit of sustain and a bit of poison as well. So yeah, poison getting up there is actually, I won't say surprising, but you have to pilot it very well. But if you pilot it well, poison can be pretty strong as well. And what else I want to talk about is other than these five archetypes that's here, there are actually more. So if you look at like the top 200, then you start to see AoE, Leafy, and Triple R. Actually, I think it's one each or something. I well, very luckily managed to get to the top 200 with a Leafy team, so I'm, I guess, a representative for Leafy there. So it's like the power level is not at the top in terms of 100, but I think it's still fun, and be able to get up there is pretty fun playing your favorite team. And of course, if you look at the top 500, there are more as well. Now, of course, I have things like others and multiple, and those are just because sometimes once you get to the top 500s, the teams are not as well defined, and it's a bit harder to put them into a particular archetype. So yeah, that's basically the data that I actually want to put out. Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out is that I wanted to point out is, so at the top 100 is 60% Topaz, and then top 200 is still around 60%, so it's 56%, still pretty similar. But once you get to top 500 and top 1000, then the Topaz percentage start to actually decrease, which means, well, one of the things that it means is basically the Topaz people are more concentrated at the top. That's one thing. But that also means that if you are maybe top 500, top 1000, or even, of course, like the lower you get, then actually, I would say the more diverse the meta or the matches you'll get. So, in a way, it's not a bad thing as well. Yeah, so regardless of where you are, I would say play, like my suggestion, of course, as a casual player, is just to play the strategy that you enjoy most, and yeah, just see how far you can go. Of course, even for me, Leafy, if I get to the top 100, great, but I mean, like, I already know the power level of a certain team is at a certain level, and just enjoy playing the game and just get to wherever you get to. Uh, the main thing is actually to practice more and learn more about how to play your particular team against different matchup. I think that is pretty satisfying to be able to learn your team, to pilot your team to a level that maybe other people have not been able to. So yeah, so maybe that is, at least for me, my goal is to get Leafy team as high as possible. Yeah, and hopefully you can also have some luck in the arena. Yeah, and don't really worry too much about climate, especially if you're playing your favorite team that might not be at the meta at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so this is it for this video. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.